For most of 1994, the Bombay Company was on its game, posting record sales. It looked like there was no limit to its success. The Bombay Company was a mall-based chain of stores that sold ready-to-assemble furniture and decorative accessories that were antique replicas. And in October 1994, things took a turn when Robert Norse and his wife Alexandra walked into a New Orleans Bombay Company store location. You'll remember from my last video that the Bombay Company began in New Orleans in the 1970s, so I'm telling you about a special moment at a very special place. The company was holding a floor model clearance sale and getting ready to put out their Christmas items. The sale was going a little too well. Bombay furniture was selling so fast that lots of floor samples were gone and the store was half empty. I should tell you that Bob Norse is the CEO of Bombay Company in 1994. Just remember, he's the king. His wife is the queen, and they got to be the richest royal couple from the Bombay Company. In the past 3 years, he and his wife got paid more than $5 million. They also got about $660K in executive benefits, give or take a few thousand. They made more money from betting on the company's stock price. They had more than $14.6 million in gains. They were both millionaires, and their trip to the Bombay store in New Orleans should have been like a second honeymoon. So the king got about halfway into the store and yelled, "What the is going on in here?" He scared the customers. He's a big 6'6" tall guy. He saw a stockroom employee wearing a baseball cap. Bob grabbed the guy's cap and shoved it into his chest, telling him this isn't a baseball diamond. Next, he goes to pick on the store manager, who was on a phone call with a new employee. "Get off the phone," Bob yelled at him. Lots of customers were ready to leave the store and said that they'd never shop at Bombay again, especially when they found out that Bob was the king of Bombay. A lawyer tried to help the stock boy and told him he could sue the company from what the lawyer saw. All Bob saw was a half-empty store and a sloppy-looking worker, which wasn't up to par, and that set him off. Behind the scenes, Bombay's profits were going down. Employees kept running away from Bombay, and there weren't a lot of new products to keep the shelves full. Bob and his wife had spent 15 years growing Bombay from one Canadian store location and a couple of shops in New Orleans to 450 stores all over North America. Bob Norse can act out when he doesn't like what he sees. Money trouble came in February of 1994 when the Bombay Company reported financial results for the quarter ending December 31st, 1993, which was last year's Christmas season. The company, as expected, put up big numbers, with earnings per share rising more than 50% from 26 cents to 40 cents. But Wall Street wanted 41 cents. That 1 penny gap sent Bombay's stock price tumbling down. Bob was not happy about that.
"I'm sure all your stocks are doing well, sir. After all, you chose them."
Well, let's get out the old stock ticker and have a look. Here's where I stopped checking it last time, September 1929. Oh no.
He blamed his next in command for putting too many things on sale. He said, "If you guys hadn't spent so much money on promotion, we would have made that extra penny." And the second in command snarked back, "Bob, how do you think you got that 50% increase in the first place?" So things were getting heated up until May of 1994, when Bombay had its annual one-day customer appreciation sale. Think of this as the double up sale because it got bigger every year and doubled the sales last year from the year before that. So they sold 13 million on one day and raked in a profit of $5 million. That was the most Bombay had ever sold in one day. Everybody in the kingdom of Bombay was happy and wanted to celebrate. This kind of ticked off King Bob. He made it clear that this won't happen again.
Release the hounds. Well, neighbor, I see you've got your running shoes on. That's a good thing.
He wanted customers to pay more for Bombay's stuff and didn't want to lower any prices on any day. He was going to get payback, but he was going to wait until after he got his trophy as the best CEO for the year in 1994. And in January of 1995, King Bob decided to close all Alex and Ivy stores, even though it cost $40 million. He shut down an entire brand of stores that Bombay owned 100%. In 1995, half of regional managers quit, 1/3 of district managers and the chief merchandising officer left the company. 1995's customer appreciation sale in May was limited to select customers. Bombay had a royal mess on its hands. There was only one way to stop King Bob from destroying the Bombay Company. Bombay's board of directors fired Bob and his wife in September 1996. They kept getting severance pay for a while. Things seemed to get a lot better real fast after they left. Bombay flipped a $4.4 million loss from 1996 into a $7.3 million operating gain in 1997. This was with flat sales and 12 fewer Bombay store locations that had closed. On paper, the company saved $4 million in rent by shutting down a dozen stores and also by cutting off another $10 million of expenses. The balance sheet was looking clean and pristine. You might think this is going to be the end of the drama, but look out because it's just getting started. You'll want to see my next video and watch what happens when the chief financial officer leaves Bombay. Who knows what was left inside the company's treasure chest, or was it really empty? And CEOs got switched in 1997. You can catch up and watch the first part of this series, which began with Radio Shack and Bombay's past relationship. Yes, this is a very curvy tale of how the Bombay Company collapsed, and things keep getting weirder the closer it gets to Y2K.